I'm coming to you with one of the most important unboxing and reviews I've ever done. This is the Imperial Assault Dice Pack. We're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna open it up and give you a good review of it right before your very eyes. All right, so here it is now. I guess I don't know how. There's no pull tab to open. This was a piece of tape. We're gonna tap it a little bit inside. You can get it. You just gotta tap it. Just tap it a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now we were able to get it open, but I don't know if this container can be reused. First thing I notice is that it's got the Imperial Assault logo on there, so you know what game it's for. And that's important. Now, there are some flags here on the back indicating what countries these dice are legal in. If you are not in one of these countries, this is for the Dieses Dice Pack Untaut. So, I mean, I'm not familiar with that country. This one is a SD Blister Incluye. So these are some very, obviously some really special countries that apparently you are allowed to play in. And this here looks like a combination of, America and like the Dukes of Hazzard, or maybe that's an Australian hybrid. So I don't know what country this is. Maybe it's a new country that's been formed. Obviously, we're in America. I believe they are legal here. And then this is a Disney product, and there's the Fantasy Flight. Now this is important. It says this is not a children's toy, right here. So I believe it's if your children get a hold of this, you might be in trouble. You might be in trouble. 14 plus. So 13-year-olds are not allowed to roll dice. So that's very important. So if you have a kid that you want to play with, if they're 13, you might go to jail if you let them hold this die. So, all right. So let's take a look at the dice that we've got here. It looks like we've got two yellow dice, and these yellow dice are they appear to be the same. They each have, although in this one there's got a little bit of fading in the paint there, but I can still tell that it's a 1. Either that or it's a laser beam. It might be a lightsaber, because this part is faded. Maybe it's meant to be like 9/10 of a 1, so it's 0.9. So it's less than 1 damage. So that's important to know. So if you get this die where the 1 is not fully painted in, I think that means that it's actually less than 1 damage. So there's that. The blue dice here are slightly different than the yellow dice. The biggest difference that I notice is that they're actually blue. So the color is different. Now, if you can't tell what color they are, then maybe you want to put them in a separate bag, a blue bag. Of course, that won't do you any good, because if you can't tell what color they are, then you won't be able to tell what color bag it is. Now, this green dice I find is very interesting, because green is usually a blend. Like if you combine blue and yellow, you'll make green in the colors. So that's good to know. So it's kind of like a hybrid of the mixing of the color blue and the color green. Now red is the reddest of all of the die, all the dice that we get. So that's important. Now we have some black dice. Now these are obviously caltrops. So if you're throwing caltrops down on the ground and a ninja is chasing you, he might step on these. Now this white die is for the X-Men. So if you're playing Charles Xavier, you need to roll this die. Now if we look at the dice that come in the base game, they're exactly the same. So the only problem here is the yellow die that was not fully painted. Now if I look at my yellow dice from the base game, the rest of them are fully painted with the 1s. You see? Well, no, this one doesn't have it. Yes, it does. It's in there. It's in there. There it is. Okay. And we're missing one. So this is really, you know, so if you rolled this, you know, you would have a 1, a 1, a 1, and then like a 0.9. So there's that good. But make sure you're playing in one of these 6 countries, or one of their territories. If not, you might have to just flip this over. But don't comment on my... If you're playing in a country that it's not allowed to be played in, then don't do that. So if you get the dice pack and the game, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 dice. Now, I don't think you're allowed to roll all of these at the same time, but it is important to know that it's basically a duplicate of every die that comes in the base game, and you can't roll them all together. You can only roll them if you're in one of these countries, or if you have both General Vice and an ATST together, and then you can roll that many dice, because I think it adds up to about that much. Don't forget your mallet for opening the container. I wouldn't reuse it if you've smashed it up too bad. So I would keep that in mind. Alright, so that is this, and you can put them on your Groot flower pot. And if you have both the core game and the dice pack, it will make him dance.